My true passion was I want to build our own boats. There's 3 top catamarans in the world, and Doug Wright is one of them, and it's in our family now. And Doug Jr. are with us. It couldn't be any better. I feel very blessed that I'm in the situation I'm at. I feel we've earned it. It's just been an amazing journey, and it ain't over. We started with nothing. Like stressed to the gills and working hard, pushing ourselves. Over the years, we always looked back on what we were doing last year and wanted to improve this year. And we've done that for 25 years in a row, and that's why we're here. The first time I ever walked in that factory, which I knew it, I walked out of there, I knew this was gonna happen. I didn't know how, I didn't know why. It felt really good to walk in there and to know that I have Doug and Doug Jr.'s support and my team's support to do this. It's an amazing opportunity and a dream of mine that's developing and coming true. You know, the big question is the few people that are kind of in my circle, they're like, well, you're going to move it up to Missouri. And I said, I really don't want to. I said, these guys are the experts. You know, like my team is very talented at finishing them and doing that design to delivery aspect, where the hull came out of these guys right here. And so why change something? If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. And the way we're doing business right now, nothing's going to change.
He came to our factory one day with his friend from Maryland, Andy, and they walked around and decided they wanted to buy some boats. It just at that time we were selling to another dealer in this area. He dropped the ball and Justin picked it up.
Justin came to us and wanted to become a dealer and take the boats from just building a hull and then putting his touch on it with interior, rigging, paint, the whole 9 yards.
His boats are fucking spectacular. The paint jobs and the interior and all that, rigging, top notch, man. Absolute top notch.
And nothing's changing. Like Waves and Wheels is buying DWRightPowerboats now, rigging them and selling them. The only difference is just my name happens to be associated with DWRightPowerboats now.
I think they must have sold a 38 there. Going back a little bit further, tell me about your history with surfing.
Well, I've surfed pretty much all over the world. That was all I did up until I was about 40 years old. Surfed every day. Once you start surfing, you can't stop.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's addictive. I just started building boards when I was like 14 years old.
First started building surfboards, and then we transitioned into building boats in about 96, 97 when I was still in high school. And I've been building boats ever since.
There's not much money in surfboards, but I made a pretty good living. And then I decided one day I wanted to build a boat. So I bought a CNC machine and learned how to run it. And then I built a boat, and we did pretty good with that boat. First year I won 13 out of 13 races. And there was like probably 15 boats in the class then. I thought everyone would buy one, but no one bought one. I moved the business down to Sebastian to a big area, big building. It was really pretty good setup, but it was such a long drive from my house. At end of 4 years, I had to move out of there, and we found the building we're in now.
That's a hell of a CNC machine.
We did a mold for Nortec, that 39 fishing boat they have.
Yeah.
They've gotten 300 pulls out of it.
That's pretty incredible.
Well, there's a 32, 36, 39, 42, and a 44. They're all completely different molds.
Back seat, like we have a back seat system we do now, but I was going to check the measurements on this while we were here. We would do this, scoot this over, and then we'd build so we do a real fat step in the middle. Yeah. So we might have to. I'd have to either. And he always talks about the computer and the CNC machine, but what's impressive to me is in here.
Surfboards are way more sophisticated than anyone knows. Yeah. And there's so many things involved with those that make them ride the way they do for different types of waves. So I learned about water from surfboards, and then aerodynamics. I've built probably 7 planes, so I understand aerodynamics, but you know, it's like I can make the boat go faster, but it wouldn't handle as good.
Right.
And so everything's a compromise.
Doug hasn't. I don't. Junior, you haven't been in a 39 yet either, have you?
Nope.
Yeah. So we're gonna do our maiden voyage on Wednesday on a 39. So
Sounds like a
it's
plan to
incredible.
me.
Well, not
So I guess basically, in a nutshell, Justin will own the molds and assets, and then we'll continue to build the product for him. Hopefully for a long time.
He's a genius when it comes to building these boats. So to have Doug, Senior and Junior, open to being like, hey, we feel like you're the right partner and we're the right team, that made me feel really good. Not only that we took this company on, but knowing that the man that created it and got it started is just as excited as I am to make this happen. I'm really, really excited to show the world what we can do.
I have been incredibly optimistic throughout this entire journey. I was supportive of it from the first inkling. It's just such a natural progression in the career that he's had to begin with. His life is engulfed with boats and boating and all things boats. So it just really seemed like this is the right next step. His passion for whatever he's doing it just takes over. So if he says he's gonna do it, it's gonna happen one way or another.
Yeah, it means a lot to us. My dad and I, this is our passion, is boat building.
You want to see my first boat? Still got it.
Cigarette.
I think it's the Scarab. Or it might be. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I was modifying boats when I was about 6. I took that spoiler right off.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you.
But yeah, I remember taking this when I lived in La Crosse, and it would rain, and I would put it in the gutter, and I'd let it go, and then I'd run down the street and grab it before it would
Crash and burn.
Yeah. I went ahead and took my car trailer that we literally only use once a year for the shootout, and we're going to turn it into a promotional, Doug Wright promotional event trailer.
Sounds cool.
So we're going to do custom wheels, lights, the two side doors. You can see they'll flip up, and they'll have a big screen TV, all our Blue Wave sound system on each side, and then the center one will flip up, and that'll have all our t-shirts and apparel. And then it's got a big banner that's going to motorize up out of the top, and it'll be pretty trick when we're done with it. But marketing wise, you're going to see Doug Wright Powerboats at a lot more events, not just races. Poker runs, street parties. You're going to see a lot more video coverage and really letting the industry know what we're about and what we can offer. No matter what boat you're in, it always seems like the port or stuff. We would love to get a chance to talk to you, build the boat. It really has the look that Waves and Wheels wanted to produce. I'm not a big convertible guy, but this one's pretty sweet. It's a teal.
Wow.
It's teal on teal.
63?
Yeah. You know, that's exactly what year it is. All right, well, we'll run over to the house if you like. Yeah. Florida that does programs for those that make like 800 horse or something. So. You guys want to check out the new logo? You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
It's clean, and then on the models, so we extend the R, stretch that out, so like down the deck of the boat.
Yeah.
You know, so that'll just be for all our advertisements. And then on each boat we can stamp it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It looks clean, huh?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna give them a quick run around if you want to meet in there, we can. So this is, when we bought the building, this was kind of their office, and we modified it to, yeah, and then the offices we kept upstairs.
I think I've been here 4 times, but this is the first time I ever came to see Justin. He's really a good guy. He's really on top of his game. Top notch. I think it's gonna work out real good. It's the best I've seen yet. I mean, we've had a lot of guys, you know, do the interior and paint and rig them, and these guys are the best.
This week was the first time I've been here to Justin's shop. I think it was awesome. He's got a really nice, clean facility, well organized. To me, it seemed like the whole team knew exactly what was going on, and they all fed off of each other. And they seemed like they worked together as a team really well.
Thank you guys for joining us anyway. So I'm sure most of you know or kind of put 2 and 2 together, but Doug Wright's now, the company is part of the Waves and Wheels family. And so we're pretty excited about that. And Doug Jr. are gonna focus on what they do best and building the hulls, and then we're gonna get them up here, rig them, and do our thing. And the goal is to make everything from Doug's process to our process go seamlessly as possible. And we've never had this opportunity. Right now we've kind of got to cross over each other, right, on some things, and we're gonna perfect that. So
Is the height good on that?
The height is okay.
You know, there's things we could improve on to make their life easier, and that's what we need to do. They're kind of insignificant for someone who's going to buy a boat, but for those guys it was significant because it saves them time on building. Between the 2 of us, we'll come up with a good game plan. I mean, it's pretty hard to sort those problems out. I mean, they sound real easy, but they're not. Got a lot of work to do.
it's all about a teamwork. I can't do this stuff by myself. I might have some crazy ideas. Dave's boat is proof of that. I have the team to help do it. So it felt really good to walk in there and to know that I have Doug and Doug Jr.'s support and my team's support to do this. It's an amazing opportunity. We are able to put our heads together and go, okay, here's what's coming next. If you can't evolve, you're gonna fail. Today was a home run.
You know, with any new entity, there's going to be some growing pains, but realistically, it should make all of our lives a little easier. You know, we're going to the start of the situation.
Should we sketch something up real quick on the back seat of what we're thinking, so we're on the same page?
I wouldn't call them problems. There's just adjustments that need to be made and consistencies that need to happen, and we're going to the source. Now we have influence at the source, and they're super knowledgeable on what needs to be taken care of on that, and I think it's a really good fit, and I think moving forward,
I do want to keep that.
I think the possibilities are really endless. We can go wherever we want to go.
So do you think that would be pretty feasible to do on all the molds, Junior?
Yeah. No, I think we should just make a mold of that and then make the part and then just put it on.
Another thing I'd like to do is I'd like to really check exactly where the CG is. We rig the boats, we paint the boats, we buy the hull from the factory. My name just happens to be on the factory now. We are going to fine tune that brand, and it's such an incredible boat, and we're going to take it to that next level. He goes, it's on the water, and you can see you're not looking up over a bow, and you can read your condition. If you want to buy a Doug Wright, it's going to be purchased, finished, designed, and delivered to the client from A to Z. I've said this a couple times. Doug Wright Powerboats has everything Waves and Wheels needs. Waves and Wheels has everything Doug Wright Powerboats needs.
And then adapt the parts to fit this perfect. Like I mean, we can literally block sand.
You know, we're gonna operate and do business as Doug Wright Powerboats. We're gonna take an incredible boat to like a whole nother level, and I mean that from everything from the hull to the fit and finish to the service.
I think on our side of things, as a whole, you know, we're a very tight-knit group. We're a family, and we want to succeed regardless of the task that we're taking on. We lean on each other a lot, and pretty quickly with the way that Doug Jr. and Doug Sr. were involved with the conversation, you could tell that they were excited and where we hope to take Waves and Wheels and Doug Wright as a partnership. They were very responsive, and once they make the modifications that need to be done, that's only going to make it more successful for everybody.
I think we get the window molds, lay glass up in them, core them, glass the other side, fit it to the boat perfect, prime it. From what I understand, he's got 4 boats he wants to build right away, so I guess we'll be starting one of each model, and he can do what he does best.
Doug's design is next to none. With his background between aircraft and surfboards and all the boats he's built and the trophies that line has took home over the years, every single time I drive my boat, I never get out of it and not at a rush.
So look, we do all the, if you hit the home button on there, you'll hit the house, see the house in the middle corner? Yep, the eye candy is a module that ties into your Garmin screens.
Yeah.
And they have these awesome programs. So they have all
The
these
paintwork is very, very good, and the interiors are very, very good. Pays close attention to detail, and it's definitely different than what everyone else is doing.
There's so much technology and comfort features that aren't included in the modern powerboat world, and that's where our specialty comes in with suspension seats, the multiple air vents, pulling the boats with the CTS trailer. They've went above and beyond taking care of our clients. Shadowcaster lighting, those guys are so awesome to us. Anytime they got something new and cool, they send it to us. We get to try it out on our boats. The eye candy product, our own custom interface on the dash, be able to work with them and doing something proprietary just for the boat. We're like the bells and whistles expert. I've made a living on it for 25 years. So best believe our boats are going to be loaded up, you know, with these incredible products.
Every time I see your boat, I'm like, God, it's so pretty. Yeah, it is so gorgeous.
Justin's just a real genuine dude, talking about what I wanted to do with the boat, where I was going to use it. They were awesome to work with. We talked about what we wanted to do, color choices. It was super simple, and they pretty much nailed everything they said they were going to do.
I'm not a brand hater. I own other brands of boats. It's just the handling and the feel of a Doug Wright is incredible. Today, taking Doug on the boat and going in different conditions, there's no doubt in my mind a DWR is the best handling outboard pleasure catamaran and race catamaran in the world. They're predictable, they're easy to handle, they'll eat up the rough water, they're quick, they're fast, they turn hard, they're safe. I mean, I'm comfortable putting my family in it.
Didn't like it at all. No. It's hard to believe that's the first time I've been in that boat. And it's been a year and a half, but it handled really nice. Didn't porpoise. It's a good boat. Better than I thought it was.
That was the first time I've been in the 39, and it's an awesome boat. It's really quick and responsive, handles unbelievable, and accelerates unbelievable. It's good motivation. You get to go run what you built.
That was cool to take and run Doug in a 39 in his own boat and be in his first run, you know, in a boat that he designed to haul. No one taught him how to do that. It was from life experience, right? So it was awesome. Doug's done a great job building a boat, like an incredible boat, but he's never really pushed the brand, right? He's never had anybody to push the brand. And now that it's under the Waves and Wheels family, we're gonna push the brand and we're gonna take it to that next level. And Doug's excited. Doug Jr.'s excited, my team's excited. I'm not gonna call the boat something else, you know, it's gonna be a DWR Doug Wright powerboat, a big tribute to Doug Wright and what he started 25 years ago, and passing that torch on to me, and be willing to stay on the team with us to help this continue is incredible. We've got the team and we've got everything in our arsenal to do so.